I know.
Maybe I could actually cook if I had something like that. Probably not.
I feel like we're so unprepared for this episode. It's fine. You get to
I'm
see
loving it.
you get to see how the sausage is made,
Truly.
Chicken, Ralph.
how the chicken is made. Sorry. I do have to say, this recipe, although very simple, my house smells amazing right now.
What do you think is making it smell so good?
It's lemon and rosemary together, so
Oh,
it's
nice.
very fragrant and it just smells wonderful.
That's kind of cool.
And I seriously can't wait to eat this. All the recipes this season have been so good,
They
and
really.
this one does not seem like it's going to disappoint either. I did not make any fancy sides this time because screw that noise, because I didn't feel like being crazy for this episode. So I'm the calmest I've been in 6 episodes.
I
Nice.
love it. Hey,
Okay, so
when you cook like in general, do you usually make sides or do you just
Yes.
like make one big like main course and then like
It
you don't have other things?
depends if I make like stew or I make this grandma's chicken and rice thing in my Instapot, which it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like very cheesy and rice and chicken, like vegetables. It's gumbo. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's like stuff like that I don't do. But if we're doing pasta or if it's like a chicken or some kind of other protein, it just feels weird to eat it by it's like just tearing into a piece of chicken by itself. So I like to
Yeah.
have a little starch and a little vegetable and nice and balanced meal. And it's just, I'm a big comfort food guy. So anything that feels like your mom made you a plate of something spectacular, eating shouldn't just be I need to shove food in my face because I'm hungry. It should be like we're gonna sit down, we're gonna relax, we're gonna have this delicious. You eat with your eyes before anything else, right? So it looks nice, it smells nice. You're having a conversation, you're talking, it's a whole thing. It's a ritual.
You really are Italian.
I really, that's how I show my love. The first thing I tell people when they come in my house, did you eat anything? Are you okay? Do you want something to drink? I can make you food right now. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so
Yeah. It's a,
I
hey, there's worse ways I can show my love.
funny.
it's great. I totally relate. I mean, not me personally, but my family is very similar to that. Yeah. It's I guess yeah, it is that Italian kind of like
Yeah.
hospitality of it all.
Yeah. And I mean, I have very vivid memories of growing up and all around a kitchen table, young, old, whatever. And then all the old people were telling stories and all the young people were listening and we were helping cook and they were teaching us different things about how to cook stuff. And it's this wonderful, nice, warm memory that I want other people to experience that too.
That's really nice.
I love
Yeah,
that.
you know, you know. You know what else is nice?
Wow.
Our guest that we have on today.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
we keep getting the gets, guys. I don't know. We got these great
Pressure.
one right after the other guests on the show. It's embarrassing. But today, for today's episode, we have a comedian and producer based in South Philly. So go Canucks. I don't know. He's the creator of the foodie rap battle game show Eat Your Beats, great show, and co-host of the podcast We're Dating with Rachel Peters. Recently, he was featured performer in the 2024 Asheville Comedy Festival. So good on ya. Folks, please welcome to the show Alejandro Morales.
Yay!
Hello, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Our honor.
Representing SEPTA. I love
Yes, yes. Living for public transit.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's important. It is public transit. It's very important.
I agree.
How did you swing being a featured performer in Asheville? Did they
Uh,
just that
I
your reputation preceded you?
my tape preceded me. So
Ah,
yeah, that's
so good.
you submit, you pay a little submission fee, you give them a tape, and I got in, which is cool because it's one of the only festivals I applied to this year. I didn't really have much of a budget for festivals, so this mathed correctly this time around.
It's expensive to go to festivals because you have to get there, you have to find a room to stay, you have food, and like it's a young person's game. I don't have that kind of time or money.
Fortunately, I am a very young person.
Barely 19 years old. Surprised you're up this late.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
She's back.
I did
How-
it. So it said it was 2:30 inside, and it's getting less hot now, but it's been out of
230 degrees inside.
Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's what it said. It's like
Is
broiled.
that not normal?
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's moist. I mean,
Okay.
it's coming down in temperature now, but it was that when it came out, so I should be okay, right?
Yeah. Do you
Well-
want to tell the audience really quickly what happened?
Yes, I am cooking at a house that is not my own. So I somehow the oven got turned off in the process for a short period of time. And then I realized about 10 minutes before I had to jump on this call with the food. And so I started it again, and then I figured if it didn't work out, we would eat some Reese cups or some leftovers. We'd make it happen. But no, it looks good. I think I'm safe. So I've done
I think you are
worse,
too.
you
If
know?
there's any doctors listening who would prefer Aubrey didn't eat it, too late, because this is in the past.
Yeah, well, she has to do the best in the house that she broke into.
Right.
You know, it does look like I did the way I'm dressed, and
Hammer.
it tracks Alejandro.
Alejandro, I just told everybody a little bit about like growing up food wise, how kind of some of our culture was centered around the kitchen. Do you have a similar experience growing up for yourself?
Well, I spent a lot of time in my teenage years hanging out with this Puerto Rican family that was in my church parish, and it was 4 brothers and mom and dad, and so there was always company at the house. There's always a lot of teenagers at the house, and there was just seemingly this limited reserve of pork chops and rice to go around. Definitely, I look back and I'm like, they never seemed to mind that there were always so many little mouths to feed. But I guess they already had the 4 sons to like to reckon with, and they were just like hoovers. So it was very, very plentiful memories. They introduced me to my first pig roasts. I'd never
Ooh.
pig roast.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was really hanging out with that family. They definitely contributed to to my nutrition at the time. Spent a lot of time there. And then
Oh,
we
sorry,
ate.
go ahead. What goes into a pig roast? I mean, besides the pig.
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of it has to do with setting up the fire pit for the pig, right? So you set up the fire pit in your yard, and then you've got a spit that you set up. You know, you got the pig itself. In my experience, has been giant, and then you. I mean, I didn't do any of these things. I did not get my hands dirty with the pig. But I mean, at the end of it, you had a lot of food.
nice.
That's crazy.
Where'd you grow up?
Upstate New York, Hudson Valley.
Oh, okay. Go Hudson. Go
Yeah.
Hudson Hawks.
Ralph or Sean, have you ever done a pig roast before? Have you ever been to one, or no?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't eat pork, so
Fair. We have,
that
I-
sounds like a horrifying experience.
because as Alejandro knows, they put like the head with the apple in the
Nope.
mouth. Like
No,
pretty.
no food with heads. No,
When
it's a big fat no.
Oh no. Yeah. It can be jarring. When I was a kid, we went to like a cousin's party, and I don't think we knew it was a pig roast. And so we just walked into the backyard and bam.
Right into the roasting pig.
Some adults had to have known it was a pig roast, but did not choose to tell us, and it makes sense.
Is it
Well, they
good?
should have shared. I mean, what if somebody comes that doesn't eat meat or pork?
Well, the kids, there were other options for the kids,
Oh, okay.
I'm sure. But I think they like knew we were picky. I don't, it was Delco. It's confusing.
What do you think the difference between like a Delco pig roast and like a Hudson Valley pig roast would be? Like, did you guys find a pig on the side of the street and like decide to use it? Like, what are the differences?
Well, you know what? You'll never catch me at a Delco pig roast, so I could not tell you.
It was probably like a plastic fake pig, and they just stuffed it with like meat of a sort.
Oh God.
You know? That's
I
my
feel
guess.
like in Delco you put like Fritos on the outside of it for some reason.
Yeah, you pour some ranch dressing on there.
Say less, I'm there. I'm already there.
All right, that's my new business venture. Delco roasts.
Alejandro, how long have you been doing comedy for in the city?
I've been doing comedy for 14 years, and I'm going to make it any day.
Wow. It's just around the corner. Do you get people who, once they find out you're a comedian, say, "Oh my God, you can use this in your act," and then they tell you a whole story that's really terrible? Because I get that.
Met a new person since Trump. I only hang out with comedians.
That's true.
Oh my God.
That is true. I often get like, "Oh, you're in comedy. You could probably use this for one of your skits." And I'm like, first of all, nobody says that. Secondly,
I'd love to meet a civilian.
I want, right? They're cute. They're adorable.
One day,
They don't
one
know.
day.
They don't know. Yeah.
For now, bubble.
But you also, I want to talk more about Eat Your Beats because I think it's a good show, and it's interesting because it mixes comedy with food, which I think is great. Where did the idea come up for that?
I was at a house party in 2013 or 2014, and this girl was at the kitchen table, and she was going, "Ham and cheese, what? Ham and cheese, that's what's up. Ham and cheese, what? Ham and cheese." And then everybody went around the table and did a little verse on ham and cheese, and I was like, that is so I adapted that into a 4-minute bit for this festival that existed at the time called the $5 Comedy Festival. One of the shows during that fest was called the Bit Show, and it was just bits of progressively longer lengths, or progressively shorter. So you start out with a bit that was 10, next bit would be 9, next bit would be 8, next bit would be 7. And I think Eat Your Beats was a 4-minute bit or 5-minute bit. And the bit went so well that we expanded it into a full 60-minute show that presented monthly at Plays and Players. And then when Good Comedy Theater became a physical space, 2016, we were one of the flagship monthly shows until 2019.
That's awesome. Some of the best shows are born as bits.
Yeah. Yes. And it's so good. I'm glad it got its like lengthier time slot because it's really good. You can fill an hour.
So I don't know this show. I'm so sorry. I'm a huge jerk and don't go to other people's things, just my own. And can you explain what this show, like how you made it into a 60-minute, like what do you guys do?
Sure. What we do is we have about 5 contestants. They're usually stand-up comedians or improv comedians, and they come up with food-themed rapper alter egos, like Lil Young Tater, the creator, or Jada Swiss, and so they take the stage. They have, and then we challenge them to use their lyrical dexterity and culinary imagination in games where maybe they'll rap about what they had for breakfast, or maybe they have to make a sandwich and then rap, a romantic rap in some way, or we blindfold them and we feed them a mystery food, and then they have to guess in rhyme what the mystery food that we just did. Yeah, we basically just put through the ringer and we make them freestyle rap on the spot, and then somebody gets up the crown at the end.
Yeah,
that's so fun. Were there ever any disasters?
Well, there have been contestants who found that they hated freestyle rapping, and they didn't discover how much they hated doing it until they got on stage and tried to do it. John Deere famously spent several rounds begging to be eliminated. But they loved him so much that they couldn't let him go. They wouldn't eliminate him, but he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard. I can't do it. I just host it.
Yeah, I did it. So I did it. And it was so like, I was like, there's no way I will last, like, I'll be immediately eliminated. But I had a gimmick. So I got into the final, I think we were like 8 or something. I got into the final 4.
And you were the Philly taco, was it?
I was the Philly taco, yes. I was wearing a taco costume with a pizza hat, and I carried a Philly taco on stage, which is the worst idea that, like, in my head, it sounded great. I had never eaten a Philly taco before. If you're not familiar, audience, with what a Philly taco is, it is you get a gym steak and you get a slice of Lorenzo's and you wrap the gym steak in a giant slice of Lorenzo's and you eat it. And I had to carry that on stage for the entire hour while wearing a costume. Again, maybe not my best move. And I had other people try it, and I ate, I think, half of it at the end. Maybe like a good quarter, I think. So yeah, I think people just wanted to keep me around to see if I got like food poisoning or.
One thing I remember about you when I first met you is you had an iron stomach. You could eat literally anything. And you're like, we're hopping on stage? Great. And I would have been like, if I ate that, I would be in the bathroom shitting my brains out for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was, I remember famously, which sometimes in my brain, I'm like, why do I think these things are good ideas? Because they're not. There's also 2 dogs right by me. So if we get a little background,
Yay.
It's not me. Hey, this is where it gets a little hairy. Sorry, audience listening. But yeah, so before most King Friday shows, I would drink a coffee and eat an entire Qdoba burrito.
Yeah.
Just to challenge myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, no one asked me to. I don't know why I did it, but I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens.
I got secondhand diarrhea just from watching you do it.
Yeah.
Like my stomach was like, nope, we gotta go. I know there's nothing in here, but I gotta get it out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Like, my family is notorious for like food challenges. Like, we're the type of family who, like, if we go to a restaurant and there's like, you can get your picture on the wall, we're all like, yeah, like, let's do it. Like, we're in. So it might just be like in my DNA. But yeah, not a great, like, now that I'm an adult and I've matured a little bit, I'm like, no one told me to do that, A. B, I was spending money and also like putting my body through stuff right before we got on stage. And I'm like, you could have made it easier, you know? You could have just taken that little layer out. But it was just it was like a ritual, a bad one.
Alejandro, do you have any horror stories of food and shows mixing in a horrible way?
Just a really embarrassing one. I when I was like working full time and then trying to go to open mics, and I would be so hungry around dinner time, I was trying to get in line, for the mic. So one Thursday evening, I went and picked up some sushi, and then I came to the Raven because I wanted to do the mic there, and I just assumed that there was somewhere that I could just sit down and have this this sushi, and I just couldn't find anywhere, and it was packed everywhere. So, oh God. So I went to the bathroom on the first floor of the Raven and I ate my sushi there before I went up at the mic.
No.
Oh God, so ashamed.
Bathroom sushi.
Oh no.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever done. I regret.
Thank you for sharing that very intimate fact with us.
No, but that's what it takes to make it in stand-up comedy.
If you're listening, young children,
yeah,
this is what you need to do in order to be a comic that headlines in North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina.
Like
eat sushi in the bathroom.
Like getting there.
How about we erase that terrible memory with a good one about today's recipe, shall we?
Right. Yes, let me see. Okay, so today we are cooking roasted bone-in breast chicken with olive oil, lemon, and rosemary. This one was probably one of the simpler recipes, but it smells so good.
It smells so good. I'm so excited to be eating it right now. Oh, did
Yeah.
you want to show what it looked like before we destroy it?
Yeah, so mine looks this. I put some lemon on there. So
Oh.
there's 2 lemons.
I already ate most of them. I got so hungry.
Nice.
It was delicious.
How was it?
Was it good?
Oh yeah.
Oh, mine.
What was your experience making it? Are you a good cook?
I love throwing things in the oven and forgetting about them for a while. So this was a really this recipe lent itself to my strengths in the kitchen. I'm not, I'm not so savvy on a stovetop, but I can roast.
Oh my
nice.
God. This is so good.
It's very good.
Holy shit.
It's super juicy.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And
put
so from the rosemary.
yeah.
It's the rosemary.
I have I have some on some pieces, but I'm gonna put a little sprig on here. Did you guys have a lot of juices after? I had 0 juices after.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's literally like gushing juice right now.
Mm. Mine's juicy inside, but it said spoon the juices over top. I didn't have
I forgot about that part.
juices.
Maybe they went away when the oven got turned off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That might be it.
They evaporated.
Mystery. Throwback to season 1.
Yeah, this is another winner. Alejandro, what do you think? Would you cook this again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
I can
simple.
Rosemary in small, in small quantities.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's nice to revisit.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, I used a little less rosemary than it called for because, I only used 1 chicken breast because, again, I did not know how it would turn out, what the oven situation would be. So I just wanted to kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is crazy good. The simplest recipes are usually the best. Like,
Yeah, agreed.
oh God, this is just so fucking good. While we're eating, hey Shannon.
Hello.
A little dining entertainment for us.
All the recipes in the cookbook, 50 Shades of Chicken, come with a 50 Shades of Grey-ish story. And we don't look at the stories beforehand. I just send Shannon the story and she reads it cold on the show. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know what's coming. Unintended.
Yep. Yes. All right. I just want to preface, I did not write this. Again, I know that Ralph just said that, but I need to reiterate. I'm just reading it. Okay. The title of today's story is Extra Virgin Breasts.
No, no.
You're welcome already. Okay, here we go.
Oh God. Oh.
2 blue eyes twinkle in the light of the open Sub-Zero. It's not Blades. It's some other guy with an easygoing smile and a box of frozen tater tots. What do you mean? You have a ton of grub in here, he calls behind him, and I'm starving. It's not grub, I hear Blades scold. They're my ingredients, and you can't have them. They're mine for work. The sound of his voice makes me long to see those strong hands, to feel them on my breast. How does he do that? Whatevs, bro. I'm not into your fancy stuff anyway. Hey, how about that chicken? You just throw it under the broiler. It looks tasty. No, Blade says too quickly. You can take the Christmas ham. Don't touch the chicken. Before Blades even finishes the sentence, his brother fixes his famished gaze on the rosy ham. He grins and tastes slices of a tender morsel, which seems to please the ham very much. Then he quickly slices off another chunk, plunging it into a jar of mustard before devouring it. The ham glows excitedly in a way I've rarely seen. I know what that glow means. Oh, ham. She's only just met him. Meanwhile, Blades reaches into the fridge and gently helps me out. I thrill to the unexpected touch of his hands. You've far too much potential to be tossed into a broiler, Miss Hen. Holy crap! Mr. Blades thinks I have potential. Extra virgin, he whispers, making it sound like a forbidden nectar. I'm going to rub you with extra virgin olive oil, the best I have. Once again, he turns my drumsticks into molten confit with his voice. It's a mind-blowing skill. He lays me flat on the cutting board and drizzles me slowly with the thick golden liquid. Suddenly, he stills his hands as a loud ping comes from the other side of the kitchen. It's his brother working in the microwave. What's in there? It's my side dish for the ham, bro. What is it? Blade's brother grins mischievously. Taters, baby! You're welcome.
And see?
And scene.
Another winner.
Yeah. I like that his name was Blades. Like, and he was a bro. Like, or Blades' brother was a
No,
bro?
Blades' brother was the bro.
Say that three fast.
I can't. I can barely say any of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Here we are.
That one was less creepy than the last one last week. Last week was intense.
Although this one said virgin too many times for me to feel really comfortable.
Yep. I also I feel increasingly uncomfortable with the fact that this is from the chicken's perspective.
It's really, it's a choice.
Agree.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. It took me a little while to put that together, and and as I was, assembling that thought in my head, I disliked it. I disliked the realization of it, and arriving at it and being there. I do like the others though. I am intrigued.
Yeah.
But
the brothers seemed fun. They have been the most fun non-chicken characters so far.
Yeah,
I mean, the one just cooking taters, I completely identify with. Also, just throwing stuff under the broiler.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most relatable character we've had so far.
Yeah, this was like the spin-off to all of our stories. Like, we only had like one character in each one, and they were like the person hitting on the chicken. Like, I don't know. And this one, it just brings extra characters in. It's making me think that we should keep track of all the characters and see.
Oh man.
Is every story from a different, like,
different chicken?
Gentleman caller, or like, I don't know, like, what?
It might be because I would have remembered Blades.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all so they're all different chicken as well. Like, is it one chicken and then like different men, or is it, or ladies? It could be.
No.
To be devil's advocate for the cookbook, we are jumping around.
Okay.
Like recipe wise. So maybe if you read them in order.
Oh, in order, okay. Oh, tie together, yes. Okay, that makes more sense. But I kind of like the idea that this is a Marvel universe of
chicken.
Like, pursuers. Like, I don't know what to call them. Gentlemen callers. Food. We're not gonna in someone else's house, so I'm not gonna take my thought further.
I love the marvelous chicken universe.
Yeah. No, it's in my head. Like, and Alejandro, I don't know if you knew that this is a New York Times best-selling cookbook.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't realize that we were doing literature here.
We're doing a New York Times bestseller. Which, we all should have known just based on that fine piece of literature Shannon just read.
Alejandro, do you have a guilty pleasure story where everybody else is like, that's dumb, and you're like, no, I like this story or this movie or whatever it is?
Good.
When I was in college, I looked up fan fiction for Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was Riley and Xander, and Buffy was looking on through a keyhole.
Yeah.
So I guess that was kind of a guilty pleasure.
I love that.
The guiltiest of pleasures.
It's all on the internet. I love it.
Have you ever written fanfic?
No. No, oh my goodness, I couldn't possibly. I'm blushing just to think about it.
Wait,
I'm a
Alejandro,
Christian woman.
pitch for you is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer cookbook. It might exist, but if it doesn't involve erotica, you should definitely make a volume 2 that ties in a sexy Buffy story.
Buff the Vampire Slayer.
Buff Vampire Slayers. What a name for a compilation.
Ooh, I'm already sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, pre-orders
Cookbook.
the door.
Pre-orders are open now. Alejandro's email is Alejandro.
At buffthevampireslayer.com.
buffthevampireslayer.edu.org.
I can't stop eating this chicken. I'm so sorry if you hear me eating in the background.
No, I put half of it away because I got a juicy breast. I'll just say it.
Ooh.
I kind of wanted to do the bone in, but I'm dog sitting, so I was like, is that gonna add more problems to this? Like, what if the kid? What if the dogs grab a bone? Like,
well, I for my part, I had no animals in the house. I was glad to do the bone in because I rarely prepare chicken breast. So easy to make dry, and keep kept it nice and moist.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's great.
This retained its moisture. I think it's because I like broiled it in that convection oven. Like,
aha!
I don't think it would have worked in my oven. Like, I don't think so. All's well that ends well, you know. Because it was a thick one, and I was like, it's gonna be like 70 degrees once I take it out. But luckily, the handy dandy meat thermometer told me it was 273 degrees.
It sounds weird to me. That's why I questioned before. It sounds a little overly.
Yeah, it might. Maybe I should have asked the owners because I might have eaten it. I felt it, and it felt very hot to the touch. So I think like I've eaten enough chicken to like be a fair judge of it. So I think still here, guys.
You put in your 10,000 hours of chicken.
Yeah. Well, that's we agreed to this, and then I was like, oh, we cooked this right before we hop on a Zoom. There are so many rules with like touching chicken, keeping the temperature at a specific temperature until you eat it. Like, I was like, well, here we are.
Is that in the cookbook? Those rules? Or that's just people who actually cook knowledge of chicken?
So chicken, you can get salmonella. I don't, yeah, Ralph, please elaborate. So when Ralph shares the recipes, none of them say cook until, none of them have a temperature. I think they're like, you dummies should know this.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No, it doesn't really have any before you begin.
I guess it's like, you assume if you're buying a chicken cookbook, you assume people would know, but that is like, wait, okay. Yeah, it says roast until the breasts are golden and done through and through here, but like, that's pretty vague.
Right.
Yeah.
Food safety is not the time for flowery prose.
Yeah, no. Well, it tracks that 50 Shades of Chicken does not have explicit, please make sure your chicken is cooked to 165 or above. Like, right? 165 for chicken, I think. 65?
Yeah, it's 165. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, as somebody who had got food poisoning from chicken, you would feel it immediately because I did. So as soon as I finished eating the whatever it was, my body was like immediately starting to reject it.
Okay. I mean, it's only.
But this is Aubrey.
Yeah,
it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
It's gonna take time.
I'll let you know how I feel in 1 week.
Great.
Yes.
If I'm vomiting in 1 week, this chicken was raw.
Oh, go.
I'm kidding. I looked at there was like a little tiny pink spot, but I think it's where like you know how there's sometimes like a little blood spot in the breast? It was definitely.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Maybe not 273 like the meat thermometer told me, but I don't know. Feels believable, honestly.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, still here, baby.
How about some questions? Do we want to do our lightning round?
Yeah, the famous questionnaire.
All right, Alejandro, can you survive it?
Are
Yeah,
you
I mean,
ready?
my chicken was cooked all the way through, so I think I'm feeling pretty good about my
Good, good.
chicken.
The odds are ever in your favor.
Okay, Alejandro.
Yeah.
What do you think is the sexiest food, obviously besides chicken?
Oysters.
Oh yeah.
Because you know it, because you're eating oysters, even if you're eating it with like your uncle or like your cousin, you're like, yeah, you know, oysters are they make you horny. Like, everybody knows it.
I love that you're eating. Yeah, when you're with like family members, you're like, you know what's happening right now.
Why does oysters, like, it's a sexy food, yes, but why does it look like snot and feel like snot? I don't like that.
Yeah, but why does it taste so good with lemon? Snot doesn't taste that good with lemon. I've tried.
I was gonna say, have you tried?
I don't feel good.
You heard it here first, audience. Alejandro's already solved the crack the case for you. Don't try it at home. Yeah, I feel like you're the first guest who has said oysters. Is that
Okay?
Has
All
anyone
right.
said it? I don't think so. Yeah, which is crazy because when you think sexy food, that should be at the top. I didn't. It never even occurred to me though. Like when I was thinking of ones, I'm like, oh, Cheeto Paws.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah,
Right.
right. All right, number 2. What snack would be in your sex dungeon pantry?
Okay, so my first thought was bad. My first thought was I want every kind of Doritos. But then I was like, no, the sex dungeon, we do not want foods that are going to be getting on our fingers.
Smart.
We don't want Doritos dust. So I changed gears, and also I don't want heavy foods. This is a sex dungeon. We want to keep it light. Maybe a little bit of trail mix, some carrot sticks and some ranch.
Ooh.
You know, nothing too serious. Just keep it light.
I appreciate that your trail mix has like protein in it too. You just gotta feel a lot.
Yeah. We don't want people to get tired and you know collapse. That's not a sex.
You don't want bloat. You don't want bloat. You're a very thoughtful sex dungeon owner.
Well, I'm new to it, so, you know, I want to impress my neighbors.
This is I think you've done it.
That's how you get return customers, being thoughtful like that.
A+. No.
Good reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, your Yelp reviews are impeccable.
I will say, devil's advocate, ranch.
Ooh.
I would question, just because it's a delicious condiment and goes well with carrot sticks, absolutely. But does it go good with vinyl?
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm always thinking, like, because when I eat, I famously get everything everywhere. I'm like Pigpen from Peanuts. Like, you can tell where I ate because there's like this halo of food around me. So I'm always thinking, like, will this stain my clothes? Was this easy to get out? So that's the only thing. I think everything else brilliant.
Well, we've got enough leather bibs for everybody, so don't you worry.
Well, I was gonna say, like, ranch, like anything like liquidy is famously like it can be sexy, right?
Oh, sure.
So maybe we just go all the way. We just do like a wrestling tub of ranch.
Oh, like
Problem
a
solved. There you go.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nailed it.
of ranch.
All right.
Problem
If you could make up a sex position that doesn't exist, what would it be called and what would it involve?
Okay, so I thought about this a lot, right? My body, my likes, my fantasies.
Uh-huh.
And the sex position that does not exist, that I would want to invent, it is me sitting comfortably on my couch and my partner brings me to orgasm. So, but the crucial part, this is why it doesn't exist and it's not real, is that this does not involve me stretching a leg. This does not involve me bending my body any kind of way. This does not involve me accommodating my position in any way to help my partner to help me achieve orgasm. That's what makes it fictitious, because in real life, me and my partner, we talk a lot in bed, and the thing that I say the most, leg cramp, because I'm always catching a leg cramp. And I thought so much about like how cool it would be if I could just relax and have an orgasm that I didn't think of a name for it, but something really laid back and chill.
The lazy boy.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say like a lazy, yeah. Lazy Susan might be. Lazy boy is the one, yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like that one.
It's very realistic. Again, you're being, yeah, I like it. I like it.
I just really like how just realistic and like relatable you are. That's really where we're at right now. You just want to give people snacks that are like going to help them out.
Yeah.
We want to like not have to do very much work to like achieve all the things that we want to achieve.
It's the true dream,
just,
you know?
It's the truth. Just real, relatable, and just like you should run for president.
You got my vote, Alejandro.
I vote for you. Okay, number 4. What are 3 songs you would put on your sexy cooking playlist?
Okay, my sexy cooking playlist. I would put on a song by Tove Lo, spelled Tove Lo. She's a Swedish pop singer.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name of the song. But really, anything. All of her music is so Swedish and poppy and sexy.
Ooh.
Yes. So that one would definitely be on the list. I would say would also be Luther Vandross, Never Too Much, because it's never too much delicious food and good company at the Olive Garden, and there's also never too much loving to be had. So that's a sexy cooking playlist there. And then third song, I think I think Disco Inferno, because it's getting hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
all winners.
Hitting all the bases, like covering them all, you know?
And Tove Lo, or Tove Lo, I don't know how to say her name. She did an Education Connection video, right? Am I thinking about the same person? Remember there was like back in the day, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe more, that they had the Education Connection. I'm not going to sing it, but she did one of those, and please check me, audience, if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's where she got her start.
Oh yeah, I have no clue.
I think Shannon's checking her.
I am. Wait, Education Connection.
Connection, yeah. Really? Am I right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll Google that. I mean, we'll put it in the once this drops.
Yeah, we should link that in the show notes.
Yeah, that's
she made it. Yeah, she made the commercial.
Oh my God.
That's incredible.
That's so good. All right, Alejandro, it's time for Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Okay.
Ginger snaps, cream of mushroom soup, and meatloaf.
All right, so we are definitely going to marry the cream of mushroom soup, because who does not want to wake up every morning for the rest of their life to some shit on a shingle? Come on. That's for life, baby. I'll eat that every morning for life. I say fuck is the meatloaf, because if you get it right, I think it's going to have the consistency that you need for that use.
Sure.
Especially if you get the panko breadcrumbs, that's going to make for a dish that yields the way that you need it to. You know, it's got to have that give.
Yeah, there we go.
And then, unfortunately, that leaves you to murder, kill, unalive the ginger snaps, which it's not personal.
Yeah,
it's
fair.
It's just my kitchen.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice. Ginger snaps are very hard. Like they are like, it feels difficult, you know.
I think you have a cookbook in you about meatloaf and different consistencies of meatloaf.
Mhm.
Oh my God, what is the singer Meatloaf doing right now? Can you paid partnership with Meatloaf?
Sexy Meatloaf Cookbook.
Let me sleep on it. Baby, let me-
That's
Yo,
what every recipe is called.
gold mine. Gold
the
mine.
recipe in the
Yeah.
morning.
Okay, before this is released, we need to copyright trademark all of this because I don't know. I don't want it out there.
Right?
Well- yeah.
All right,
Feels-
we're I think we're careening quickly towards the end of the show. This one has been fun. It's so nice to like sit and eat with friends and talk and just have like fun dinner conversation. I love this show. This is great.
That's really nice.
So as we start to wrap everything up, Alejandro, would you like to share with the audience where they can find you online, how they can see when your next show is, where you're at, if you're going to be in Asheville again, headlining? I don't know.
Yeah, well, people can find me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. Alejandro L Great on Instagram. So it's like Alexander the Great, but it's Alejandro L Great. And link to all the upcoming shows there. I also have a podcast called We're Dating, Rachel Peters, and you can find that from my Instagram as well. So we're posting episodes every other Wednesday, and trying to keep that content train always rolling.
I love it. That's awesome.
Are you and Rachel Peters dating? Is that where the
Yeah, we're dating each other and we're dating each one of our guests. So it's a polycule that's growing.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
that's
Yeah.
exciting.
I love it. You've cast your net far and wide at this point, right? Because you've had quite a few guests, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now we have HPV.
Who doesn't?
Well, what a great cross pollination of a podcast. Because I feel, this one in here is really getting in there, getting spreading the love,
You should have chicken on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should just.
I kept thinking about that golden liquid that Blade was protagonist.
Wait, another idea. Blade's golden liquid. It could be a saucy sound.
You know? Bing, bing, bing.
I don't know. Just saying.
That's the way.
Cool.
The worst ideas are gonna come of this. No one will purchase them. We will lose a lot of money.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have any sponsors to keep happy, because that would they're all running for the door.
New York Times.
Final thoughts, Shannon.
Yeah, just be safe with your chicken.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose to do with your chicken, be safe.
Always good to practice safe chicken, just always.
Safe chicken is healthy chicken.
Better safe chicken than sorry chicken.
Oh, all bumper sticker worthy. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Thank you, Alejandro, for being such a great guest. Thank you, Chicken, wherever you are. And remember to always eat responsibly. Have a good night, everybody.